Hi, I'm Liz Conway. We're here today with Dr. Bob for our author spotlight. Thank you so much for being here.
No, thank you so much for having me. I'm looking forward to this.
Great, great. So you have 11 books, but today we're here to talk about Dr. Bob's Drugless Guide to Balancing Female Hormones. And that's 50% of the population, right?
Right.
This book can help a lot of people. So let's learn more about you real quick. What do you do? This says you're the drugless doctor. So tell me more about that.
So I've been practicing since 1978. I got married in 1976. So I've learned a lot about female hormones. And I actually wrote my very first book in the year 2000 on ADHD because I was just learning so much about food and function. I practice clinically as a chiropractor. I also have a natural health degree, and my bachelor's degree is in human biology. So I've always been intrigued by the function of human bodies, and I actually taught human dissection when I was in school. And it's amazing what you learn. And when I first graduated from school, I had pretty much a typical chiropractic practice, neck and low back pain. And about 15 years into it, I started having people come in and say, hey, Dr. Bob, what about this and what about that? And then, of course, being married and we had children and life evolves. I met my wife when we were 15, and we're been together a long time. So you go through all these transitions. So I thought, I need to put a book together. So hence, Dr. Bob's Drugless Guide. So I'm all about getting healthy. We're not telling people not to take meds, but it's about lifestyle choices, drilling down, finding out what's going on inside of one's body.
Looking inward, what's a place you think that women should be focusing on that we're maybe not really thinking about?
You know, that's a very interesting question because we don't think there's a major organ in the body. It's called the liver. And the liver is located underneath your right breast. The liver is a filter. The liver is a storage house for vitamins like A, D, E, and K. You know, it's kind of interesting how much all this interrelates. Just to give you an example, somebody might be watching us right now and have little floaters in front of their eyes. They're called vitreous floaters. If they're caused by a lack of vitamin A, so this is a little Dr. Bob silver bullet tip, I eat a medium carrot every day of my life. You say, why do you do that for? It's a precursor of vitamin A. I don't have vitreous floaters. I've had patients that started eating their medium carrot every day, and their floaters go away. I really do specialize in female hormones. That's not the only thing. I do a lot of other areas, but because of what I've learned over time. So women oftentimes have tender breasts and heavy menses, and they don't know always what to do. So I'm not a gynecologist. I don't pretend to be one. I just listen to people. That's one of the most common body signals of a congested liver because the liver is not processing the extra estrogen. I know, it's pretty amazing. So common body signals for a congested liver is, I just mentioned one, tender breast, heavy menses, but you could have varicose veins, spider veins, hemorrhoids. And for the men out there, there's something that I talk about. They're called, are you ready for this? Cherry hemangiomas. A big word, but they're the little red bumps that you start to see on your body. So if a man starts having cherry hemangiomas, I pretty much know that they have a congested liver because they cannot process the estrogen.
Wow.
I know, it's a pretty big wow, isn't it?
Yeah. You don't think of men having problems. But, can this book help men too? Is it just for women?
Well, believe it or not, I do have a book on men's health also. It's called Men's Health, The Basics. But when it comes to women, one of the focuses that we do work on is the liver. You know, my average female patient's between 37 and 43 years old. Usually they have 2 children. Oftentimes today, unfortunately, they're on an antidepressant. They may or may not have had their gallbladder taken out. They might have heavy menses, and that means that they oftentimes might have a procedure called ablation. Now, I know I'm throwing out a lot of different types of terms, but if we can help a female and we help them improve liver function, guess what? It will go away. Takes time. It's not always easy. But if you make changes, your body does something pretty cool. It heals itself.
So besides our daily medium carrot, what are some other little tidbits? What are things we can do every day to make our hormones better, make ourselves better?
So I'm going to give you the ever famous Dr. Bob's ABCRA. It used to be just ABC. So I was in my office one time and I talked about some of the foods. So I encourage our patients to eat at least 1/2 of a red apple every day. And you might say, why a half? Because it has carbs in it. An apple usually has about 22 grams of carbs. That's a whole nother segment we could talk about. I prefer red versus green. Nothing against green, but green sometimes could stagnate digestion because they're sour. Beets. Now, I'll have beet fiber. People say, what's beet fiber? It's a beet. So I eat beets every day on my salad. My salad is my magical way to get healthy. And then, of course, the carrot. And I always, the medium carrot versus the little baby ones that really aren't baby ones. They're whittled down ones with chemicals on them. So it used to be Dr. Bob's ABC. So I added to that a radish. Oh. So a radish is a root. Now, because of my last name, I'm partially Italian. So in Italian, we have a term called agita. Agita is when you have digestive distress. So I'll have people come in, and if they have agita with a radish, that's a body signal to me that they may have liver gallbladder congestion, because the radish places a demand on the liver gallbladder. And then the A is for artichokes. Ooh, I love artichokes. Artichokes are really good for the liver gallbladder. So it's Dr. Bob's ABC, RA.
All righty, that is wonderful. So, Dr. Bob, where can people find your books? Like I said, you have 11 books. So where can people find you, find your books, and get this great information?
You know, probably the easiest thing for anybody right now is just go to your favorite search engine and you type in Dr. Bob, the drugless doctor. And there's all types of bookstores out there that have my books. You can go online and you can get them from there.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for being here and sharing all this great information. We're so thankful to have you here. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.
Bye, everybody.